My dear students, today I am going to discuss the expenditure method to compute national income. In previous classes, we discussed the income method, the value added method to compute national income. But unfortunately, I cannot teach you in class directly because we have a great challenge of COVID-19, the third wave, and we cannot disobey the government order. But no problem, we have to tackle this problem through this video conference and this classes through YouTube channel. There are various methods. Nobody can stop us to interact each other. So please, in life many challenges will come to us. We have to face and we have to go ahead. Okay. So now that I am going to explain you expenditure method. As all of you know, all the factors which are used in production process, they are getting the income in the form of rent, wage, interest and profit. And when we calculate all the factor income, we are getting national income. And this income which was extracted by households, business firms, government, foreigners, so they are going to spend also. That is called the expenditure. And the total expenditure, when we will calculate from all the side of a factor incomes, that is called the expenditure method. When all the expenditures we are going to sum, we are going to total, so that is called a gross domestic product at a market price, or we can say national income. Is it clear? Now next step, I am going to clarify what are the different components of a final expenditure which incurred by different kinds of households, different kind of business firms, different kind of governments and foreigners. Because households means different kind of individual family. They are also expending whatever the income. For example, that your father extract a salary or income at the end of month, and he also spends income, that income for different kind of expenditure. So when we'll take all the expenditure of all the households of a country, then we can compute easily the national income. Same manner, different business firms, whatever the incomes, by selling their goods and commodities, extracting the income, they are also spending for the factors as rent, as wages, as profit, as interest. So according to my opinion, whatever the expenditure done by all the households, all the business firms, government, even the foreigners, because of those foreigners, they are invest their capital in different countries, so they also pay the money to different factors for their services. That is expenditure. So when all expenditures we are going together to sum to total, that is called a national income. Now I am going to discuss about the components of a final expenditure. What is done by different households, different business firms, government, as well as foreigners. So the components of the final expenditure, which has been done by different households or business firms or government foreigner, that is classified into four categories. First, private final consumption expenditure, what is done by the private institutions and private individual. Second, what a government final consumption expenditure for the well-being of the common people. Government spending of it income in different sectors like education, health, you know, etc., etc. So that is one kind of expenditure. Government, that is also included in the national income. Gross domestic capital formation, when that a country investing its income for a different kind of uh, capital. So that is also, we can say that a gross domestic capital, that is also included in the expenditure. Net exports, when that we are exporting more than imports. What we are importing, it is less, and what we are exporting, it will be more. Then that is also one kind of expenditure, because we are expending for a production unit by giving the income to different kind of factors, and that we are exporting to other countries to get the income. So it is also one kind of expenditure, which better net export. So these are the different kind of components of a final expenditure, which is incurred by different kind of households, different kind of business firms, different kind of government, and different foreigners. So now is it clear? Now one by one component I am going to explain that. Please turn over the next page. First, I am going to discuss about private final consumption expenditure. The first component of a final expenditure, what is incurred by a private individual, a private industry. It refers to the expenditure incurred by a household, a family, a private and non-profit institution. No, no. So, uh, when they are spending their money or income for a different kind of consumer goods. For example, that in domestic market, when we are going to spend our income for purchasing the different kind of durable goods, mm, consumer goods, it may be perishable goods, whatever maybe we are spending that. That is called a private, because we are spending the money for final consumption. That is called private final consumption. Second component, if we will focus, it is government final consumption expenditure. Already 1 minute ago, I told government is spending a lot of money for well-being of the common people in different sector. For we can take example of government spending much of its income on the defense, education, health, etc., etc. That is it clear? Now that we are going to discuss the third component, beta. Third component, gross domestic capital formation. Gross domestic capital formation. It means what is the capital stock we have, है ना? So now that it is a addition, extra towards our stock of our economy in our country. What is the stock? The stock of goods and commodities. And if some extra addition towards it, that is called a gross domestic capital formation. If we are investing more and more capital towards our stock of our economy, or stock of our country, or stock of our gross domestic product. Are you getting my point? Is it clear? Now that is gross domestic capital formation, beta, GDCF is categorized in two parts. One is a gross fixed capital formation. Another is inventory investments. We have to fluctuate our stock, what we have. We have to change. We have to add. Suppose we have that one factory and we buy another factory. So it is addition to our stock. We have a car and we buy that another car. So it is addition to our stock. Okay. So it is called a gross fixed capital formation. Suppose how that suppose we have that a machine. and we buy another machine. We have a plant, we buy another plant. We have some equipments, we bought some other equipments. I mean, it's just addition to our stock. And sometime we are expending the money, है ना? By that for constructing means that suppose we have one house and we are constructing another house by spending our money. So it is also, we can say, gross fixed capital formation, means it is just addition to our stock. And suppose that government spending, that there are many roads, railway tracks, many bridges, government spending more of its income on the construction of more bridges, more roads, more buildings. So this is the addition to our stock of the economy. It doesn't mean that there are no roads, no bridges, no buildings. Already the government have, but government constructed more, means addition to that stock of economy. It is called a gross fixed capital formation. Are you getting my point, beta? Is it clear? Okay. Second जो component of gross domestic capital formation, it is called inventory investment, means change in the stock. Means जो inventory investment बेटा, it refers to physical change in the stock of a raw material, semi finished goods, finished goods, which is with the producers. How that? Such as that uh, it is calculated as difference between the closing stock and opening stock. It means for example beta, I am taking that, how that first that already I told, है ना, means just it's addition. How that it is addition? Inventory means change. We have that 50 crores rupees, and we extracted 10 crores more income. It add to our stock. What is our stock? Before that I told 50 crores. Now 10 crores our extra income, it was added, which we extracted from any source that so now that stock is changing. What was the stock? Our 50 crores. Now the change in the inventory investment means 10 crores of investment more. So now what is our cost of investment? 50 crores plus 10 crores is equal to 60 crores. Because there was change in the stock. Suppose we have a car of a cost of 5 lakhs. We brought another car of 15 lakhs. It means now our, before that what is our stock? 5 lakhs. Now there is a change in the stock. What is our current that expenditure? What is the capital we investment of? 15 lakhs more that. So 15 plus 5 is equal to 20 lakhs. It is inventory investment, means extra more that. Is it clear? It is clear, but are you getting my point? Is it clear? Okay. Now that we will see what is the GDCF. GDCF means what, beta? The gross fixed capital formation plus inventory investment, extra investment. Now that GDCF है ना, gross business fixed investment means in business we are जो investment we are fixed investment plus gross residential construction investment, so means we are constructing something, we are doing expenditure for construction, that is also, plus gross public investment means what government is investing, plus inventory investment means extra investment to change the stock. Yeah, this is the formula of a GDCF, means gross domestic capital formation. Now that a formula look that here given, gross domestic capital formation, gross investment categorized into two parts. Already just 2 minutes ago I discussed one is gross fixed capital formation and inventory investment means we are bringing change in the stock. Already I told that just 1 minute ago. Suppose I have 5 rupees, okay, it is my stock, and I am that 10 rupees adding that there. So total what? 15 rupees. Okay. So this 15 rupees, it is change in the stock, means addition. Means the capital formation, gross capital formation is 15 rupees. And inventory investment is how many? 10. Is it clear? Suppose I have rupees, I have 5 rupees beta. It is my stock. And now that inventory investment I have done 10. Okay. And now inventory stock plus gross fixed capital formation. What I have 5 rupees now is equal to 15. This 15 is a GDCF. Is it clear beta? Are you getting my point? Now that a gross fixed capital information is divided into 3 categories. Gross business fixed investment, gross residential construction investment, and gross public investment. Means government also spending for investment. The households for their own construction, they are also spending. And a business, the farms, they are also spending that money for their investment. These all are, if we will be calculator together, then we will extract the gross fixed capital formation. And inventory investment already I told, which is addition. Means our closing stock, what that before I told, suppose 50 crore rupees you have, that is your closing stock. माइनस ओपनिंग स्टॉक कितना जो एडिशन हुआ है बेटा, सपोज 5 और 10 डाटा, देन यू विल गेट दैट चेंज इन स्टॉक. Change in the stock means so you have to fluctuate change whatever our stock. When total stock minus your opening stocks is equal to inventory investment. Suppose I told that 5 rupees I have, it is my stock. 10 rupees we invest more that. So 10 plus 5 is equal to 15. 15 is our closing stock. Closing stock 15. 10 the opening stock is equal to 5. It is our inventory investment. Is it clear? Are you getting my point beta? Now fourth component is of our final expenditure is net export, X minus M. So now that what is net export? Net export refers to difference between export and import of the country during a period of 1 year. Per year, we are calculating what is our export quantum and import quantum. That if export more, it means foreigners are purchasing our domestic product more and more. If import quantity is more, then we are purchasing the goods and commodities from foreign country. So if we'll compare, if exports are more than imports, then we are investing more and more capital in our country. It means we are producing more and more goods and commodities. Due to we are exporting more to foreign countries, means we are producing more and more, means we are investment. You are doing investment more and more. If you are doing investment more and more, then our expenditure is more. And at the last end of the year, when we calculate all the expenditure, total expenditure in all the sectors of the economy, that is national income. Are you getting my point? It is called the expenditure method. Okay, is it clear? Now please come to page 4.14. Here different kind of net exports beta method given here. Look how that we are calculating net export. A case 1, look that here in the page 4.14. Export given 500 rupees, import 300 rupees. So net export what beta? 500 minus 300 rupees equal to 200. It means we are spending more. We are spending more that. Suppose export is 600, import 700. So net export how many beta? Minus 100. It means we are not investing. We are not expending more. We are not expending more that. We are not exporting. We are not exporting more that. Okay. Now that next we are coming comparison between net exports and net factory income from abroad on the same page. First, we have to see the definition between net export and net factor income from abroad. Net export means how much we are exporting, and net factor income from abroad means that from foreign, what is the income we are extracting, we are getting. Okay, so what is the difference between that? Listen to that. Net export means it refers to difference between export, import of goods and service. When we are getting net export, when we are getting difference between export and import. If our export is more, import less, it means we are investing more and more capital and we are doing more and more expenditure. If import is more than export, it means we are not investing, we are not going to invest more and more capital due to your importing. We are importing that what beta? Uh, we are importing more and more uh, goods and commodities from foreign countries. It means we are not investing more, we are not doing expenditure. This is the expenditure method. So here we will see the difference between net export and net factor income. So net export means the difference between import and export of goods and services, and net NFIA means net factor income from abroad means the difference between factor income received from abroad, what we are getting from foreign countries, and what we are paying factor income paid abroad, that we are giving that foreign countries. It's a difference. If we will calculate, then we will get a net factor income from abroad. ये जो concept net export बेटा, it is a domestic concept. It is calculated inside the country. But the net factor income from abroad, it is a national concept, because we are comparing both the nations' income, what we are paying and what we are extracting. In the case of net export beta, it includes non-factor services. Means your factors are not calculated. What is the factor income and expenditure? But here net factor income from abroad, all the factors services we are calculating, their income also calculating, and what they are expending, that is also calculating. Okay, so next we will go discuss further the steps of expense method after it. So now that you have to, what is the term and everything clear, you have to very properly see that and listen this video what I taught just, and after listening any doubt, then you discuss with me, and after that in the second video we will discuss the steps of expenditure method, precautions of expenditure method, and after that all the reconciliations, means how national income is computed by the three method together. It is known as a reconciliation of three methods: income method, expenditure method, value added method, that I will discuss. And after that I will discuss that treatment of different items in national income, how the different items are which are included, which are not included in the national income, that will be discussed. And after that what questions uh, we will uh, read proper, means we will read and which we will leave, that I will discuss. And in which items should be included in the domestic income, which should not be included in the domestic income, that also I will discuss. So in the second video, I will teach you very properly these things. So please, I am sending this video through your WhatsApp group, through that YouTube channel, and you have to listen very properly. If any doubt, then you have to directly contact to me. I will clarify all your doubts. Thank you.